Hi guys, so I'm recording this on my phone because my laptop keeps overheating. I've been taking out my dreadlocks after about 13 months of having them. I'm keeping just one over here, but that's it. And I've got one left that I'm going to take out. I'm going to show you how to do as best as I can with my phone. It takes a long time. I've spent a ridiculous amount of time on it. The more mature your dreadlocks are, the more difficult it is. So the ones that I had here, which were only about half a year old, came out in so much less time than my 13-month-old ones. I find that freeform ones tend to be a bit easier to get out as well. And there was one that I did have to cut out because some of the hair had gone back on itself and it just made it too impossible to comb out. But yeah, there's this myth that you have to cut out your dreadlocks when you get rid of them. If you don't use beeswax, then it's fine. That's not a problem. So you want to start out by covering your hair in conditioner. Pretty much any conditioner will do. I think deep conditioner tends to work better, but anyway, this is the conditioner I've used. I've used about a bottle so far. So you want to apply it to your hair and work it in really deeply. There we go. So I've already applied some on my head. It will dry out a bit, so you want to keep applying more as you get to the dreadlocks, but the more mature they are, the better it is. You want to leave conditioner on as long as possible before starting because it will soften it up and make it easier to unknot. So even if the conditioner dries out on ones that you plan on doing last, it's still good to apply it at the start and then when you get to that actual dreadlock, which I've done. So here it is. I have mushed the conditioner between both my hands and now I'm applying it and trying to rub it in a bit with my fingers. As I said, I've already applied conditioner to it a few times today and once or twice when I started the other day. It will take a very long time to do all these. I'm not going to be able to show you the whole removal process, but oh well, you can get the idea. I've seen people use fine-tooth combs, I've seen forks, and the one that seems to work best with minimal breakage is pins, like sewing pins. You will get gunk on your hand and hair will come out. You will appear to lose a lot of hair while removing your dreadlocks. Basically, that's not bad, it's just the longer you have your dreadlocks, the hair that would fall out naturally gets caught in them. So instead of falling out, it just all gets stuck in your hair. So that's a year worth of hair coming out of each dreadlock for me. So you would expect to see a lot. I've had a towel next to me the whole time. I've been putting it on and drying my hands wherever I need to. Oh my god. And I've got a bin that is lovely, freaking filled with hair. So, you know, so the pins that I've been using, I'm on my second one, they've gotten a bit bent, can't really use it for sewing anymore, and this was my first one, that's just gotten T-bent, it's impossible to use. I think it's a bit easier when it's a little bent, but I found that using the pin too much is just taking too long, so sometimes I work a little bit with my fingers. I find at the start and right at the end it can be easier with your fingers, but there'll often be a little bit in the middle where you'll need to use a pin. So you sort of just want to gently work your fingers in between the knots. You want to start right at the bottom knots, otherwise it's just going to make the knots even worse. If you try and start at the top, then, well, you're going to have a bad time. So I'm just right, here's the loose hair, and this is where the knot starts, so gradually trying to get my nails in between. My nails have broken a few times due to the amount of conditioner, and my nail polish keeps coming off. I once had the nail polish on this finger come off completely, in the perfect shape, while I was doing some on the top of my head, and I thought beetle fell down and I nearly screamed. That is gross. So see, yeah, lots and lots and lots of gross looking hair, and it'll be all sticky and appalling. You will want to wash your towel after. So I'm still trying to gently work my fingers in. By using a pin, you will cut your fingers up a little bit if it's sharp. One of mine is a lot sharper than the other, so I've got a little mark on my thumb, which you can't see in the little mark. Pretty superficial. It doesn't even look like a millimetre deep. I don't know how it even managed to cut through my skin, but it's dug into me a few times and it can hurt a little if you're not used to it. You want to keep putting hair in a bin because otherwise it will start covering your towel and getting really, really gross. Obviously after this process you are going to need to wash your hair because you can have loads of conditioner in, both conditioner that's dried out and fresh conditioner, and it's kind of gross. So you should just wash your hair with normal shampoo and condition it again if you want. One good thing about the conditioner is for having it on so long, as it takes forever, it helps rehydrate your hair a lot, which a lot of people fear with their dreadlocks. It's just going to be an awful condition. Obviously mine's quite frizzy. That's because I haven't had it cut in, well yeah, about over 13 months, probably closer to 15, 16. So I'm just continually working it right in at the bottom of the knots, trying to get as little as possible. It should go through quite smoothly, with a teeny tug. Sometimes if you go a little too high up there will be a bit more of a tug. It is kind of okay if you get a bit too much of a tug, but it's more likely to damage your hair, like here. Tug a bit, quite a bit's come out, but you just kind of got to gauge it and know what's right and not. Alright, bye guys.